And I'm live, which is great because that means you don't need a seance to contact me, as I usually say. And it is I, your friendly light hat shaman, although I'm not wearing a hat. I'm showing off how nice my hair is coming back in after it being falling out for a while a few years back. I think it was from all the stress. Anyway, this is D Ocean Swagger, now with plenty of hair and of my own. Well, it was all my own, really, because I paid for some of it. But no, this is a group myself that's homegrown. And I even put on a little makeup for you guys. I put on some eyeliner and lip liner and some brows just because it's a special day. It's Beltane. And this is all about the light noticeably returning. So we're going to light a beautiful candle. Get it in the frame here. And who's here? Hi, Richard. How you doing? Yes, we're going to light a nice candle and set some intentions, hopefully. Talk about a few things. Ask the pendulum some stuff. Ask the cards some stuff, maybe. If you want a reading about something in particular, that sort of thing. Otherwise, I'll just talk about spring stuff and stuff I see coming up, and we'll just sort of wing it, okay? So, and I don't know if y'all come in and you see and you have a chance, drop some kind of a word in on MeWe so that the rest of us know. I don't know if anybody knows. I said I was coming in, but I don't know if anybody was paying attention. It's been a busy weekend. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. And I have been feeling a lot better. However, I have had to sleep a lot in order to feel better. And I'm told that's going to continue for a little while. So I'm just going to have to, if I want to keep getting better, I'm going to have to rest and let my guides work on me. And I'm not the only one getting this message. In fact, Marilena was saying she's had some similar stuff go on. They want her to lie down and not move around too much so that they can work on her when she's sleeping is when the best work gets done. So if you're feeling a need to sleep more than usual, don't think too much of it. It's probably just your guides needing to work on you and get you ready for the next step and steps. So Gemini has also said she's had her times when she's had to just strictly stay still and rest. And sometimes they even let us have things that make us lie still and rest. Oh, okay. Well, this is about as late as I wanted to start. So I don't know what to tell you there. I guess they'll either come back when that's over or miss it, one or the other. I wanted to ask the pendulum some questions, and I don't want to start too late for some people because this is Sunday, and Sunday there are people who need to go to work. So this was my guess, my best chance at getting a stream done, I guess. But I didn't know about anything else happening. So, hi Gemini, how you doing? Um, So basically, I thought it would be nice, since it's May Day, it's Beltane, to get some intentions. And also, we're right on a new moon, just had a new moon, and we'll have the first crescent very soon. This is a good time to set intentions. And if you write a prosperity check, to write a prosperity check. And also just lay out your intentions for what you want the year to look like, what you want to happen this summer. Oh, you just got the note. Okay. Yeah, well, we just started. Yeah. I guess there's another event going on right now, but it's not quite the same kind of thing. So maybe some people will join us later. I don't know. Anyway, that's up to them. This is a time that I have. So, I didn't want it to be too late for people who work. Anyway, although hopefully it will be late enough that some of my friends from other places, from the other side of the world, will be able to show up. I try and do some things for them sometimes too, because the only stuff they ever get to see is the late night stuff usually. It's kind of rough having these different time zones. But I'm glad I do, because really we have basically covered the world with our intentions. So I have a worldwide crew, worldwide listeners. So I'm glad of that. And anyway, Beltane, flowers, spring, new beginnings. Goddess Esther Ostara. And you know what? It's funny because Esther's in the Christian Bible, you know, but not recognized as a goddess. So it's kind of interesting. But we're not going to go into that because I just don't want to go into that. Anyway, so there's a lot of questions like, what is really coming this summer? We've been told that this summer is going to be different. There are many possibilities, but what I'm hearing is we have to create what we want to have happen this summer. This can be a very pivotal time. Wow, the flame on the candle is really, really high. I don't know if you could see that. Flame is really high. Beltane is about light and fire. Mm-hmm. So have to have the candle. So I should have flowers in my hair, but anyway, I'm just glad to have hair. And not only that, but this is a weird thing. Marilina's noticed this too. The silver is going out of my hair. It seems like my hair is getting its color back. Instead of getting more gray in it, it's getting more color in it. And it is definitely repopulating itself since I'm off the sugar. If that's a good reason, that's another good reason to stay off refined sugar, since I'm off the sugar and wheat. So it's been having a lot of positive effects. So that is something that I'm going to continue. And it's worthwhile, obviously. I have, oh gosh, my pendulum right here to answer some questions. Like, one of the things that I'm just really wanting to ask, I want to ask some things about how it's going to go this year. If you have any questions to formulate, go ahead and put them in, and we'll ask. we'll ask the cards or the pendulum or whatever works for that, whatever works the best. Richard, you're graying your beard. Can we call you Graybeard? No, we'll call you Richard. I got a little gray. You got a little gray in the beard. Well, I got a little bit of this white sparkly stuff right here. A little bit here. Just a little bit around the edges of my face. It seems to be going away though. It's interesting. I have been bilocating a lot, apparently, because I've seen the ship, I've seen the library, I've seen the I see several different places. I seem to be all over the place, a lot of places right now. I seem to be going places when I sleep, but not like it was before. It was like I was always going somewhere where the situation kind of sucked and people needed help. Now it seems like I'm in happier times. You got lots of gray that you cover up. Good vibes, Gemini. Okay, I see. Well, I'm older than you, Richard. Okay, just so you know. Um, it seems to be revitalizing a lot of things. This new stuff that I'm doing, this diet and the organic and all of that seems to be, and a lot of sleep seems to be reversing a lot of the damage that was done. I'm going to close up a little bit more. A lot of the damage that was done living at the other place and in various other locations that were unhealthy. So health seems to look good on me. So yeah, well, that means I'm older than both of you. I'm your elder. Now you have to respect me. Not that you don't already. I love you guys. You guys are so good. You're the greatest. I love my online family from around the world. You bring me lots of joy, and that's why on the one hand, I love to come in, and on the other hand, I want to look good because it's different with a woman. It seems like guys can just come in looking like whatever. Women, kind of get judged a little bit more. But I barely have any makeup on right now, so I think I look okay. So I guess you're just going to have to deal with it the way it is. Because I used to wear a lot more makeup and I used to love it. It was fun. And now I just don't like it. I don't like the feel of it. I don't know. And I have a bunch of makeup, but I don't wear it. I just don't like it. I just don't like having to put it on my face and, with the stuff on my face. I just don't like it much. But oh well. You might see me fully made up someday and then you won't know who the heck I am. Oh, Mama's got an interesting guest on tonight. Who's that? But um anyway, so it's time to set intentions, being both a new moon and a spring holiday, mid-spring holiday. We're getting ready for summer and I'm excited. I find that I don't have to keep myself happy so much as just I'm feeling happier. I'm just feeling happier. And I'm not having to push it as much because there were a lot of times when it seemed like I had to talk myself into it. It's going to be okay. Things are going to be better. It's changing. We're winning. I have to tell myself all this stuff to get myself out of these things that are being artificially put on us. I mean, there's so many things. Hi, Emma. How are you doing? I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Um, to get out of these artificial funks that are created for us, and a lot of fears that are like thrown at us. And it's time to get out of that. We're winning, the light is winning. The good people of this world are winning, and other worlds are winning this one. I've got that hands down. We are winning. And even no matter how it looks, no matter how um, weird things look in the world right now, they're going to look that way. Just wait a little bit longer. You're going to be hearing a lot of better things. Well, thank you. And oh, hi, Denali. Hi, Pam. How you doing? Yeah, looking better, feeling better. These things are going to happen. Like I said, you're going to need to get as pure of a diet as you can get. Um, if you eat meat, eat pastured, meat if you can. Just do as best as you can. The less toxified you are, and I hate to say it, but most of our food is toxic right now. The less toxic you are, the faster all this stuff happens. The easier it is to see everything and do everything you're going to need to be doing. And get your sleep. I mean, and this is all stuff you've heard before, I know. But it seriously makes a difference. It really does. I'm finding that when I don't fight it, because I usually fight it, I think I have a million things to do. It's spring. You're going to be feeling that impulse. Spring, everything's sprouting. That is the first impulse of, come on, everything, wake up in this hemisphere. Time to wake up and get busy and start growing. I know there's that feeling there, and it's really strong. I have a lot of things I want to do, and I do actually feel better when I wake up, so I can actually do some things. But I also realize that unless I want to be somehow incapacitated so that they can work on me, I better rest when I need to rest. They're just letting us have things happen to us just so that we stay the freak still. And it's not to hurt us, it's actually to help us. Although we don't see it that way because some of it's pretty painful, right? And we have all this stuff we think we have to do. Abundance is coming to you. I just hear that. Abundance is on the other side of this. We will have all of the wonderful things that we've been talking about for years. We will have all of the wonderful cures. We'll have all of the wonderful times. We'll have a beautiful place. This is the reset's not going to be it. Look, you're going to be taken care of. I keep hearing this. Don't fear this. You're going to be taken care of through the whole thing. You're not going to have to go through a lot of the suffering that you're going to see around you because you've made your choices. And yes, you're going to see some stuff, but you keep following your path and you're going to be okay. And this is across the board for all of you and me, which me being very suspicious all the time. I mean, I'm a very suspicious person for the most part. I want to check everything. Oh, melons and veggies, yes. Yes. We need to start thinking. I'm going to buy a foraging book. I'm going to be foraging my own. I had my first dandelions, my first dandelion greens of the year. And I'm going to be doing some foraging for fun, and hopefully we'll take you guys along with me on my foraging runs. How's that? Um, that might be fun. And I keep hearing from, and this is interesting. Other people say this too. It looks like the Sasquatch have a matriarch, which is interesting because supposedly the Pleiadians, the people from Teget and Ara, well, that's the way we say Ara or Ara, but the way that I hear it in my mind is Ara, like Aura, sort of, but with a little roll on the R, which is, I think, that is my place, Ora, Ora. It almost sounds like it has an that you don't say on the end. Um, I'm going to plant, I don't have a yard. I'm in an apartment. However, there is a forest out there, and I could make sure that certain wildflowers grow out there, right? I mean, I figure I'm not going to be able to plant a crop like most people. However, I might be able to get certain wildflowers to grow out there that can be harvested, right? So, and nobody will notice because wildflowers are supposed to be in a forest, right? So, yeah, that's how I'm going to handle it. Uh, the matriarchal Sasquatch, yeah. There is a matriarch. I know because when the Sasquatch talked to me, I keep feeling like it's a her. Okay, so, um, and yeah, she keeps telling me, no, we love you. You've always been respectful of us. You've been respectful of us in our territory. Even though I didn't know I was in their territory, I knew it was in somebody's territory, and I was careful. So they always liked that I was respectful when I was out in nature. And even I had some groups that picked up trash down through the parks and stuff. We would gather every now and then and clean up the woods, which they really appreciate. And we did stuff like that. So many times in the Kaga Valley did I see their structures and not know that's what they were. Oh, Cowboy says hi. He says, hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Don't forget the cat. Don't forget the all important star of the show. I'm here. Will you want to come up and say hi? No, no. You just want to say you don't. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I can show you. Let's see. Can you see Mr. Cowboy? There he is. Maybe you saw him. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. If my camera work was that good. Yeah, herbs and wildflowers. Here's my little cowboy. I like to sing to him. He loves it. Yeah, little cowboy. What a blessing to have him. He's been a very good companion. Yes, a very good companion. He loves his new cat box. Manifesting, guys, get with it. It's a great time for manifesting things. I swear, I'm manifesting things so fast these days. I am literally, I have been thinking about, some of it is stuff I've been thinking about for a long time, like getting an automatic cat box. But something just told me, like, about a week or so ago, to start looking at them. Which one did I want? And of course, one of the ones that I saw that I thought was really cool that had high reviews was also came in purple. So, you know, I was looking at that one, but thinking I couldn't afford it. It was about $250 with a hood on it, right? And I don't know if I told this one already, but I go by this antique shop, and the guy has stuff out in the yard, or out on the sidewalk, and I see it, the thing that I was looking for, sitting right there, and it's like $15. So for $15, and then it was missing the bottom part, and I had to buy this little bottom part for it, and that was like $10. So for $25, I got a 250 some dollar um, automatic cat box now. That cowboy, you should have seen the drama for a couple of days. He didn't know what to think of this thing, but now he loves it because he's always got clean paws now. Never has to step on anything nasty, any clumps or anything anymore. So he's very, very happy. So he's been a happy kitty. And deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah, he was just saying hi, just saying hello. Yeah. Oh, he was in one of your dreams, Pam. Yeah, you know what? He does. He does. I travel. I think he does. I think he travels too. Yeah. Because you know what? It's funny because me, he was not liking the way I smelled because I had I got cocoa, mango, shea butter put on my skin, and he didn't like the smell of it much. So he didn't want to be petted too much. So I guess he came up to you to get petted. He says, "Well, that's okay. I'll just visit somebody else and pet them." Yeah. Yeah. So Cowboy's a magical little guy too. If he shows up in your dreams, just pet him and mm. So yeah. I'm a lot happier than I've been in my whole life. I mean, really, my life has not been happy for the most part. It's been a pretty heavy life, this one. There's been flashes of happiness and joy, but nothing really lasting. But now that I'm here and I'm out of a lot of stuff, and you know what? Living alone has been great, except for my cat, you know, and it's been great. And living in a big enough apartment to be able to enjoy myself, and one that isn't toxic. So living an untoxic to life, it's really nice. So I believe you, Pam. He travels too. I asked him today, I said, Do you travel too when you're sleeping? And he told me, yeah, he does. So I guess he just wanted to prove it, maybe. I'm glad he came to see you. Yeah, they're funny to talk to too. Hey, we'll put that one up. That's funny. Well, yep, I bet you. Hey, James, how you doing? Yeah. Cats are something else. Dogs too, but for me, it's just in an apartment. It's just better with a cat. It's just so much easier to have a cat. Uh, than it would be to have a dog in an apartment. You know, there's all kinds of issues involved. With him, I just make sure his cat box clean, his food bowl's filled, and he's a happy guy. And he can exercise himself pretty much. I don't have to worry. So, oh, Princess Sophia. Well, you know the story of how Cowboy got his name. He was named something else, but he wouldn't come to it. So I'm not even going to mention it. However, when he finally came out of hiding from when he first came here, they brought him and he immediately hid for a while. He waited until everybody was gone. And, and then gradually, when it got quiet, he came out. He peeked in my room and gave me the eye, like, hi, what's going on? I said, well, the cow spots got me. And I said, well, get up here, cowboy, and get your belly rubbed. And you know what? He came right up on the bed and turned his little white belly up, and I rubbed his belly, and we've been in love ever since. He is a sweet boy. Yeah. Yeah, James. They can. They do have. Oh, hey, how you doing, they say? Yeah. Yes, I am actually. I am finding giggles abundantly. Yes. I sing to my cat too. He loves it. All my cats have loved that. All my cats have loved me to sing to them. I hope to be doing music on here again pretty soon. Like I said, I am being strengthened enough so that I can stand Wi-Fi and EMF. They tell me that eventually I will be able to tolerate it better, but right now I'm kind of at a delicate phase still. And that's why I haven't been able to do that in a while, is I have to be careful of EMF and Wi-Fi for a while. It's part of the detoxification process that I've had to go through. And I wouldn't doubt that a lot of you are probably going through that too, because I know I'm not the only one. So basically, it's going to be a time when we are creating what's going to happen this summer. And we get to pick a lot of things that are going to be coming up. We actually have a hand in it. We have I've been told that a lot of what happens is going to depend on us. And not just you and me and our little group here, but humanity as a whole. But for ourselves, we have a lot to do with we are creators of reality. That's one of the reasons we're, you know, people want to use us to create their reality, you know? We want to create our reality. So we've got to practice creating our reality. And so I very much urge you to get in your mind what kind of wonderful world it's going to be. What a wonderful world this would be if we didn't have a lot of the bullshit, right? Yeah. Detoxing chemicals if it has more than 7 ingredients. Oh my gosh, I know. Just when I think about how toxic it's gotten. And what I hear from them is that's one of the reasons they can't visit us too long. They're here, they're related to us. And humans were not meant to live in this, and they're not exactly human like they're not quite like us. What I hear is their brains are a little different, their physiology is a little different, but compared to what we've got here, they lead very clean lives. Their food is safe, their atmosphere is safe, they don't have to deal with all the radiation and toxic stuff that we're having to deal with. So if they're here, when they're here, they can only be here a little while before they start to actually feel sick. It might even be, I even think sometimes that the reason we get sick and age at all is because it's been set up that way for us. We've been toxified. I'm beginning to think as I get some of the toxins out of here, out of my life, I seem to be going the other way. Instead of aging, I seem to be looking younger. So maybe that is part of it, is that we've been artificially toxified and aged and sickened. As a matter of fact, I think probably every plague in history might have been intentionally caused. And I know that's controversial. But we do have friends. And remember, I want to reiterate, last summer, as we were going into summer, about the same time, it was around April, I think, I was saying the ships are coming. Got a message, telepathic message, the ships are coming. And the rest of the idea was they're on their way. They're going to pretty much force disclosure. Some people are going to be literally, you know, they're going to be having a cow because they're going to have to disclose because too many people are going to see the ships. Well, this, like within about a week or so, I've heard the ships are here. They're here now. They're all here and they're waiting. And they're visible from time to time and they'll be visible to us. And if your vibration is right, you'll be able to see them. You may or may not be able to take a picture of them with your cameras. Some of them you will, and some of them maybe not, but it's a vibrational thing. Yes, you know what? Naysay, absolutely. I've been saying that for a while. We all need to make sure we do a parasite cleanse once in a while because it's very, well, dogs or cats, naysay. Both of them do things that can transfer anything they pick up onto a human, like lick your face or rub up against you or whatever. Anytime you're dealing with livestock animals, pets, whatever, even wild animals, if you're a hunter, you need to do a parasite cleanse. So that's true. And I've been saying I do wormwood every now and then. I go through wormwood. I have even said, you might want to take the human version of Ivor. We can't say it because of the algorithms. Yes. Nutrition and natural health, Denali. Right. Cool. Me too. Keep looking to the skies. Absolutely, Pam. Oh, diatomaceous earth. Right. Diatomaceous earth is another one of our friends. If you don't know about it, please take a look into it. Borax is another thing that you can put near I put it near the cat box because I found out that the ants liked to, of course, it may not be anymore with the new cat box. We now have the crystal stuff, so I'm not sure they're going to be interested, but yeah, borax is a good thing to put under your. I put it under the mat that the cat box sits on. So, the cat is not walking through it, but the ants would have to go through it if they try to get to the cat box. That's how I've got it set up. So he can't get into it, but the ants can. And if they walk across that, they're going to die. So I haven't had any problem with them so far. We'll see how it goes this year. And Diatomaceous Earth. Wormwood in the kids' meals. Yeah. Right. Right. That, well, y'all are smart people. I mean, I don't think I have to tell you very much, or maybe just it's good for us to hear, though, that we're all picking up on this, to kind of help each other stay strong. We're getting ourselves in a position that we can interact with these people because, like I said, to them, we're very toxic right now here. And so the less toxified we are, the easier we can interact. And also, it helps your pineal gland work right, it helps your other organs work right. If your pineal gland is being toxified, you're going to have some harder times, getting in touch. So, one of the intentions I would love to have, and it seems like you don't have to do any heavy rituals to set an intention. Just think about what you would like to have happen, what you would like to see, and have happy thoughts around it, and how happy you will be when this happens. How nice it will be. And that is setting an intention. I mean, in front of your candle with your sage, whatever. Just I wasn't thinking that much about, I was researching the cat box, but I wasn't thinking I must have a cat. I must have one. I was just, wow, that'd be nice. Yeah, that's a pretty one there. I kind of like one like that, and it just showed right up. So, you know, roasted dandelion leaf. Yeah, I just had my first dandelions this year. Wormwood, black pepper. Ah, yes. Yes. They say we need a lot of water. A lot of water. Salt. Yes. Um, and make sure your water is pure. I have a pitcher that is a special pitcher. It's not just like a Brita or something. This also, it has the charcoal, but it also has other stuff. And I recommend you get a really good water filter of some kind. Eventually, I'd like to have an RO filter, maybe. Paul's got one, and it gives him really good water, but you want good water because that's going to be a thing. Get yourself a nice supply of water just in case things go a little funky. I have a feeling we're going to have a few. What I'm told is we're going to have some artificially created shortages. There's really enough food in all the world for everybody, but the shortages are artificially created to drive prices up and to scare people. So, because remember, we're getting ready to raise our vibration so high, we're going to be out of the grips of the lower stuff forever. That's the goal here, is our vibrations are so high that nothing can reach us except the higher vibrational stuff. And that is a fact. I mean, the higher your vibration is, the less lower stuff can even see you. You will eventually disappear. You won't even be seen by them. And that's probably pretty scary to some creatures. And that's something they're going to have to deal with on their own. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's not good for your pineal gland to have the fluoride. And there's other stuff in there too. All kinds of stuff that's being strained through other people's bodies. Think of all the lovely chemicals in other people's bodies that they're not straining out of our, I'm sorry to be gross, How can they do? They're not using the right methods to get all of that out of the water. They cannot possibly. They can't. Okay? Not the way that they're taking care of our water right now. Our water treatment plants are not that great. Okay. They they get the solids out, yeah. But the chemicals, Prozac, birth control pills, other nasty stuff, yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that in your body. You know, you cannot convince me to drink city water. I'm sorry. You're cray cray. You know, our water is pretty good here in Kent. In fact, they brag about it being pretty clean. And really, compared to a lot of places, it is. It is pretty clean. Compared to when I was in, oh my God, when I was in Akron, oh my God, it was like a swimming pool. It was like drinking a dirty swimming pool if you tried to drink that stuff. It smells so much of chlorine. And here, it has a little bit of a smell, but it's more of a, I know I still would have problems with it because it's more of a, what would you call it? It's a little more woodsy. It's more, I would say it probably has mold. That's another thing. Dark, moist areas promote mold growth. You don't want that either. So, and if you know, so, yeah, if you don't have a water filter, yeah, you can get some of the chemicals uh, by using a hot water, yeah, hot water heater. I would say though, it's worth your while to look into a water purifier. It really changed my life. To the right water purifier will really help you feel a lot better. I also have my um, cream available if anybody's got hurts. It helps you heal very, very fast. Comfrey cream. It's ultra strong comfrey cream. Just, you know, get in touch with me on MeWe.com. Um, I'm D Ocean Swagger over on MeWe. I'm also now on WhatsApp, so you can call me if you need to on WhatsApp. And by the way, Marilena wants, Jim, is it okay if I give Marilena your number so she can get in touch with you on WhatsApp? Yeah, letting it set so the chemicals can, yeah, that helps a bit. It's really hard to get all the chemicals now out of the water, though, without a good filter. And I would say if you can afford reverse osmosis, do that and get yourself detoxified enough because you want to be able to see. That's another reason that physically we wouldn't be able to be on the ships for very long either. Um, because we would be carrying all of this radiation and toxicity with us. And they can handle it for a short time, but it's temporary and long term would be difficult. So we've got to get ourselves at least to a level where we can also handle how clean the environment is. If you are very toxified and you start to detox, you will understand what I mean when I say we need to detox ourselves first. You know, we might want to do that first. Detoxification can, if it comes all at once, it can be pretty brutal. So, I mean, you know, one of my friends, she got some ultra pure water from one of the artesian wells out west, and she wasn't used to it. She had to, she said she had to stop at a rest stop every like 15 minutes. Her system was just saying, yeah, go time. Let's rinse everything out. You know, so yeah, you'll give yourself a good rinsing. It'll keep you on your toes. How are things, Louis? Ah, yeah. Oh, you got an RO system. Lucky you. Okay, the other things are, like I said, if you can get off refined sugar, even if it's just getting onto raw sugar and, raw organic, even if that's as far as you can go, because that's as far as I went for a while. If you can get yourself more organic foods, if you can get yourself a hold to make some kind of deal somewhere to get some, if you eat meat, get pastured meats. If you can stop using some things around your place like air fresheners. Air fresheners are terrible. Plug-ins, Glade plug-ins. Oh my God, there are people who have had horror stories about those types of things. That kind of thing. You really don't need it. Same thing with what you put in your laundry. You can get laundry balls that'll help get your clothes really nice and clean. You can get um, all kinds of things now that are not going to poison you and your environment. And just gradually, if we do it gradually, it's going to be a lot easier than doing it all at getting detoxed all at once. Um, ah, okay. So I have my pendulum ready if anybody has some questions. A yes no question would be cool. Or if anybody wants to do a reading about a particular thing, and please make it kind of for all of us. Personal readings, I'll do either by appointment or we will have a night, probably the full moon, to do readings. We will from time to time still be doing readings. But tonight, I'd kind of like it to be something more general and not personal, like a personal thing. So if you have that, let me know. But you know what? You guys are just so darn smart. You know what's going on, so you're not asking many questions, are you? I see that this summer could go either way. For some people, it's going to be horrible, and for other people, it's going to be wonderful. There's going to be a serious dichotomy. For most of us, it's going to be a great summer in a lot of ways. We're going to see a lot of things that we've been wishing for. Other people are going to have it a lot harder. I'm sorry to say. Some of the worst things are also going to show up for some people. And that's nothing we can do anything about. Everybody's made their choices by now as to what they're going to do. I have been kind of looking around to see if anybody else is getting the same kind of messages. A lot of us are getting the same messages. We're getting the same kind of messages. The ships are here. The people are here. They're waiting. They're pretty much waiting for us to get our act together. The white hats are doing their thing. The shamans are working on their part of it. I mean, all of the magical people are working on their part. Uh, and I'll call it magical people. I gotta say, I got some interesting news. Robin McCrae has agreed to come on the show at some point when I get the schedule straightened out. Robin McCrae, for those of you who might not know, but I think you all mostly do. She's the Sasquatch Whisperer. We lovingly call her that. And she's a great person. And I'm so glad that she said that she's come on my show sometime. And I still have to get that settled with her. And then there is also another person called H. Nos, who claims he is a dragon and that the dragons are waking up. And I just said this in my last show that where are the good guys? Where are the good dragons? Because dragons used to be lucky and magical and all that. And we all kind of seem to remember that. but all we ever hear about are the negative ones. Well, he says he is a positive one. So he's agreed to be on the show too. And I think we should hear him out, whatever it is he's going to say. I think we should hear him out. What does he have to say about this? What's his take? It'd be interesting to see what somebody coming from that viewpoint is like, right? Let me see. Oh, you fart for an air freshener. Well, there you go. You and Barry have a lot in common, they say. Does it smell like Teen Spirit? Oh, come on, girlfriend. Yeah, Robin is great. Yeah, dragons are supposed to be wise and magical, not evil. But I guess there are evil ones and there are good ones, but we only hear about the bad ones. So it would be nice to hear about somebody coming from a different perspective on that. Yes. So, because a lot of us really feel connected to the dragon energy, myself included. Although I think I know I have a daughter who's Lyran. Don't ask me how this works. One of my cats was actually my Lyran daughter. Don't ask me how this works. We must be related somehow to the Lyrans, which makes sense because they have a human form. So I think all of these beings that have a human form probably are related to humans. Yeah. Who's this? I just got here. No guy. Oh, do you know another dragon? If you do, I'd like to hear from them. I'd like to have them on the show. Hi, Circle K. Yeah, ask them if they want to be on the show. I want to hear from the dragons. I want to hear from them. What's their take? Where are they coming from? We haven't heard from them, have we? Hardly at all. I want to hear from them. I want to hear from Sasquatch. What's going on with Sasquatch? I want to hear from Dogman. If we have somebody who can talk to Dogman, I want to hear from them. I want to hear from the Fae. What's their take on what's going on? I want to hear from them all. The Native Americans, I want to hear from them. They've got to know some stuff about what's going on. They keep their ear to the ground a lot more, and that's not a slur of any kind. No pun intended. They keep their ear to the ground about this stuff more than a lot of us. They know a lot of stuff, the elders. I'd love to hear what they know. Oh, you have some kitties visiting you in spirit. You know what? Yeah, before you came in, Pam was just saying Cowboy came for a visit over at her place. Oh, the Spokane area. Isn't that Pam's area? Yeah, Gemini. Yeah, well, you've got your kitties too. Well, I'm on the edge of the country. I'm sort of in the country, like on the edge of the burbs. So as you leave the burbs, from here on out, it's country. So I'm right on the edge of where we still have the plazas and stuff to shop. You know, I'm just a few blocks away from that. But from here south, it's mostly country. 20 minutes, 22 minutes south, you come to Hartville Farmers Market, or actually a flea market, mostly farmers, Amish. We have a lot. So we're in, right on the edge of Amish country, which is great because we can get decent food here. We can get decently pastured meat. We can get decently raised vegetables. I'm blessed, and I feel very blessed. Our water is still decent, for the most part. People are trying to ruin that, but I don't think the plan's going to go through. And by the way, let me be very clear. No, no dark plan will succeed anymore, ever. That's over. Anything that is tried is not going to work the way that it's intended. That's over. And I have that very emphatically as a message. So whatever dark plan you see happening, just realize it is not, absolutely not, going to work out the way it's intended. It will always twist around and end up being to the benefit, being to the good from here on out. We are on the other side of that. So no matter what it looks like, and it might look kind of strange for a while. Oh, hi. Yes, this is Paisley. Yes, it's kind of a hippie dress. It's my hippie dress. Paisley hippie dress. Had to wear it for May 1st. So what does cannabis say? I cannot confirm or deny. I may or may not be dragging on this wonderful cannabis. You don't have to confirm or deny it. I think we all know the answer to that one. I don't have to be psychic. Yeah, I don't have to be psychic for that, they say. Anyway, so, gosh, it's good to see you all here. Yeah, you got the heart of a hippie somehow, huh? Mm-hmm. Yep. In a way, and still, I got to say, around here, some people, there was a band here actually for a while, a local band called Kill the Hippies, because some of the old hippies just are hell to try and work with, because some of them are just so stuck in protesting that they just protest is all they know. So I got to be careful what I say one way or the other. But yeah, some hippies just can't knock themselves out of protesting, even if it's a good thing. They're still protesting. So, but here we're coming up on May 4th, and May 4th is a big deal around here because I'm in Kent, Ohio. And yeah, the famous shootings, the old hippies are never going to let go of this. They're telling their children, their grandchildren, and their grandchildren's grandchildren are going to know all about this, right? That is never going to die around here. It's like the South shall rise again. That is never going to be truly gone. They are probably going to have an observance on May 4th. If they do, I'll try and see if I can stream any of it, or maybe just record some of it so that I can put it up later so that you can see what kind of thing. Are you a hypocrite? Who's James Angel? Oh, Machine Elves. We are on to Machine Elves. James Angel. LDS. Wow, the chat's getting interesting. I'm so lost. Wow, the chat just really went off in a whole different direction all of a sudden. I love it. This is great. What happened? The chat's just wee. Do you ever notice in a lot of these paranormal shows, you'll be there and then all of a sudden you're looking at the chat. A lot of us say that. I was like, well, look, and it's like, where did the chat? What are they talking about? Ah, LSD and LDS is entirely different. Would get his cows in our yard all the time. Oh, that does sound like a problem. LDS is not LSD. It's not the same thing. So just let's make a difference there. Oh, my goodness. You guys are so funny. And Brian would have to wrangle the cows out of your yard? That must have been fun. Those must have been great days. Fun days. Cowboy's just over there in the chair. He's like up on my chair in front of the computer. That's where his little perch is. He can sit there and look out the window and flirt with all the women passing by walking their dogs. And they say a lot of time when he's sleeping there, all they see of him is his little kitty ears. And so they'll say, hi, cowboy, and the little ears perk up. All they see is the ears. Oh, when John's sound got cut off for about 10 minutes. You know what? Stuff like that seems to happen off and on. I think we are having some stuff happen with our airwaves, with our interwebs. Yeah. Turns out, Richard and you are closer than you thought. You know what? We have our own little webs of connection that we don't even know about quite often. Did Cowboy astral project and visit Pam? Yeah, apparently he did. Oh my gosh. What? Brian went to school. Oh dear. Weird. Yeah, it's weird. And you find out that there are connections you never thought of. And let's face it. Yes, Lewis, there is a cowboy. Cowboy the Manx. And it's funny, since I've been listing him as Cowboy the Manx, somebody else now is listing their cat as something or other the Manx. I saw it. Manxies are cute. They are. He's what would be called a stumpy. He has one little vertebra. One little vertebra. And it looks so funny when his tail twitches because it just looks like a bump under the fur going meow. I'll try and take a picture of it or a video of it one day so you can see what it looks like. It's really funny looking. It's a small world after all. Oh, that reminds me. Things get weird in the world of ocean woo. Yeah, it's true. The ghost kitty has been sleeping on your bed at night, Lewis. Oh, that figures. That happens. Yeah, I've had my ghost kitties show up. All of the pets I've ever had have shown up to me after their passing. So I know they go on. And that's what it was always like. So if somebody asked me, do their little lives go on? Yeah, they do. Obviously, they do. Don't ask me how it goes. I know that one of them, like I said, one of my cats was actually a Lyran. She just didn't want to be here for very long, and who could blame them? It's a rough place. This is a really rough neighborhood at times. Beautiful, but rough. So, yeah, she was actually a Lyran. And she still gets in touch. You have to roll. Don't forget to pass that. All right. See you, Cannabis. Yeah. Oh, they choose you before they pass, animal spirits. They choose you to visit. Yeah. See, we're actually fortunate that we know as much as we do. When a lot of these things come to pass, we're not going to be a shock to some people. There are some people that are still going to be so shocked. We're going to be like, oh, yeah, they're aliens. Sure, there are. Where have you been? You know? Yeah. I mean, so where have you guys been? Where have you been? What rock have you been under? We're not alone in the universe. Well, of course not. Look at all those millions and millions, millions and billions of stars. How could we be alone? How could that ever be? You think all that's just, empty real estate there. That's all. Yeah. So, oh, friends just got there. Okay, Richard, thanks for coming by. Always a pleasure. Um, okay, folks. Happy Beltane to you. Those of you who are going, hope you dream well when you do and help us co-create a beautiful, beautiful summer and a beautiful life because we're on the verge of some wonderful stuff. We're so close. Honestly, don't let yourself get discouraged. We're so close to having the most wonderful things. It's going to be more than you can really even imagine right now. And whatever it is we have to go through, and there are many beings trying to mitigate it for us to help us with it. Remember, we have to be the instigators of it all. It's up to us to grow up and take up for ourselves. And it's up to us to stand up for ourselves. But at this point, almost everybody's made their choices. So whatever happens, it's due to your choice. And so do not feel bad if you cannot change some things for some people. Just wish them well and let them go their paths. And as somebody very smart and wise said, don't throw your pearls before swine. You do not have to save everybody from themselves. You can't do it. So don't even try. It's not even advisable. They've got a life path they got to go down. Let them go down it. You make a couple of tries to talk to people, and then if they're not listening, just, well, okay. Let them find out their own way. A lot of people going to be finding out. So, oh, is it a pagan holiday? Yes, it definitely is. But it's just celebrated in Europe widely anyway. Yeah. Well, come on. I mean, Catholicism is very pagan. I'm sorry. I hope I don't offend anybody, but it's just the truth. Catholicism is extremely pagan. There's no other way to say it. Although there are people who are just would want to shoot me for, burn me at the stake. But it has its own roots in Roman beliefs. And that's it's still called Rome. The Roman Empire didn't die. It just changed hands. And there's still plenty of pagan practices. So take that as you will. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Well, do as you will. Well, that's just in the witchcraft tradition anyway, is do as you will. They figure what you do is between you and your gods, God or gods, whatever you believe in. And you learn your lessons. You pay your money and you take your chances and you learn your lessons along the way, you know? So, Marilena, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Aleister Crowley, and that was actually a sore point between me and Sean when we were working together on paranormal stuff, on solving paranormal problems for people. I don't like Aleister Crowley. I'm sorry, I could never quite get on the Crowley board with. No, I just there were too many things, and I even think that he is one of the main reasons we got contacted by a lot of negative things. I mean, that brought open opened a dimensional door to a dark place, and I I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. So, do you believe in bunnies are not necessary or chocolate? What? Yeah, this is a confusing and primitive culture. Yes, I would say that too. Yes, we are. You're allergic to bunnies, but not chocolate. Just as long as you don't try to pick up those chocolate eggs that bunnies leave. Those little tiny ones. Don't eat those. They're not really chocolate. Um, yeah, he worked dark. I've known some dark magicians. I understand why some of them do what they do, and others I don't understand. Why would you do that? But some of them have their reasons, though. It's like some other species like us and some don't. The ones that don't, a lot of times they got their reasons. We have some among us who are not such great people. So I can't blame them for some things. Um, I try to understand. However, the way that we've been treated, some of these creatures are just, and I'm going to say it flat out, they're just assholes. They're just nasty creatures, but they're from a lower vibration, and that's what they know. That is normalcy for them. So once we move up out of there, we're going to see a lot less of that from anybody. You know, people on the higher levels aren't like that. So everybody goes where they want. I kind of thought of that as a kid. What if everybody kind of goes where they expect to go? Ah, yes, people here to show us the contrast. Because this is a world of contrasts. That's what we do here. We do contrast. And don't let anybody tell you that it's really kindergarten. And maybe compared to some places, it seems like we're kindergartners. Maybe some of us even are. I don't know. But honestly, I've been told this is a master class. You don't give a master little baby lessons. You don't give babies master lessons. And people are at different levels of understanding, different realms of understanding. And we just have to understand that that is the way that it's supposed to be. So get off of that soapbox. Yes. We live right now. Contrast is what runs the place, which makes it sound even more like a matrix, doesn't it? Zeros and ones, on, off, light, dark, contrast, polarity. It's the way the place runs. Just like a matrix would. And we are spirits running these little avies, these little material avies. And it's interesting because some of the space people, some of the star people are saying that they know they're in a matrix too. But at some levels, you can't escape the matrix and come back into it. You can leave and come back. So some people, I guess, have done that, have left the matrix and come back in for various reasons. And I think I may be one of those. I think, yeah, because actually, we might not want to be, after things change and get really nice, we may not be so fast to want to leave. We may want to have some fun here. We may want to stick around and have some fun here. Are we going to leave the lower levels of vibration, of density? Yes. Are we going to move to the higher density? Yes. It will be an entirely different sort of place then. And I'm not, yes, I did explain this a little bit in my last video about the densities. It has to do with frequency, and a shift of frequency changes everything. So it depends on us. Plan well. And really, I'd love to hear what you are planning. Right, Lewis, luminous beings, are we not this crude matter? I saw that. I was bilocating and watching myself fight a battle with some of these very negative things, and alongside one of my friends, and I got to view myself just like cosmic divine mother and father were saying. We look like beautiful coruscating webwork of light from a different viewpoint. We're beautiful, beautiful lights. And absolutely gorgeous. No matter what your Abby looks like. If you could see yourself that way, you'd be blown away. And I'm pretty sure that had to be me I was seeing, because I was throwing rods, and what I was seeing, she was throwing the rods of light. That was me. And I was also I was in several places at a time fighting that one. And the reason we had to do it that way is because there were so many of them. We were fighting literally a horde, trying to get them out of our reality, out of our reality. That's a good way to put it. So, by the way, one of the people who disappeared, I can't say too much. but has been found. Heather has been found. We found her. She has been hiding. So I got that message that she's alive, but in hiding, and she is. Yeah, mind grinding to watch a Musk interview. You know what I'm getting from Musk? Um, this is how I am seeing it. He's not bad. He's not a bad guy. He actually has good intentions for humanity. But I think you'll find if you look into some of his interviews, you find that his views are he tried to slow us down with the AI, but he found he couldn't do it. Everybody was hell bent on getting there as quickly as possible before we could really even control it. And so it feels to me like he wants to get ahead of the curve because he wants to control it, because somebody decent has to control it, because if we leave it all to, it's like there's more than one set of players going after this. And he wants to be one of the people driving this. He doesn't want to be the dark hats to have the only hold on the AI. He has to get ahead of that. I think that's what he feels. And maybe this is also why he wants to go to Mars, is because he doesn't like what he sees as a possibility for what happens here. And the reason the ships are all here is because AI is due to, there's a lot of things that they're working on having happen by the end of this year. And we have to get ahead of it. So things are going to be happening much faster now. You'll see a lot of things go down way faster than they have been. They've been kind of slow, but now you'll see really fast changes happening in the world. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. Um, golden white light, very bright. Where, Marilyn? Ah, Lewis, your friend was praying. Oh, you don't know what to think about Elon. Well, I told you what I think. I don't think he's a bad guy, but he's just a person. No, you're not old and tired. You're a beautiful divine light being who happens to be in an old tired Abby, maybe. Maybe your Abby is a little old and tired, but your divine light being is in great shape. A bright golden orb and blue orbs, those all sound like positive colors to me. Usually the ones that are red is a warning. There, there's usually, red's usually a warning somehow. Red and orange seem to be, watch out. Yeah. Well, between sleeping and meditation, let me see, I missed something. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that you don't be surprised if you see those too. We're probably going to see more of those. Yeah. Well, you know what? I got my pendulum. It's a good question. I've got my pendulum and my mat right here. Is Elon actually, as far as humans go, and I already calibrated it earlier, is he actually not a bad guy? Is he actually a good guy? One of the good guys. My pendulum seems to think he is actually a good guy. But is he, oh, now the trajectory is going what? What? What is it? What are you trying to say? It's going kind of to the side. Wait, let me check this. It's going kind of crosswise. I have a mat, so it may be trying to go to one of the letters or something. I haven't done much with that. Yeah, he's a good guy. Okay. Does he actually have good intentions? So, yes. Does he understand the AI threat very well? He doesn't entirely understand, but he does know that, okay. So, he's not he doesn't mean ill. He's not a dark hat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um, did he buy Twitter? Did he really buy Twitter for the purposes of freeing up free speech? Yeah, my pendulum thinks he did. My pendulum thinks he probably did. It looks like he did. So, will DT, Mr. President DT, I wanted to ask this. Is he going to make, whoa, now the pendulum is swinging really wild. I haven't really formulated even the question yet. Is DT gonna run? Oh, yes, he is. Great big yes. Is he going to come to the forefront as Prez again? Is he going to be, because some people say he's kind of our underground Prez right now. That's the wrong question. So is the wrong question is he going to be our president again? Yes. The US president? He's going to be acknowledged as the US president again. Okay. Yes. It's a very strong yes. So the dark hats are going to be will there be anything that the dark hats do to stop this? No, they cannot stop it now. They cannot stop it now. We're past the point. Is there even going to be a US presidency? That's the wrong question. Okay, I need to rephrase the question. Is the office of the president going to exist? Yes. When the dust settles, will there be a new office coming up too? Because some people have come up with that. Yes, there will also be some new offices arise. Okay. Um, yeah, he popped up in a lot of people's dreams. I wonder if he bilocates too. Yeah, we are past the tipping point. A lot of things that were planned are not going to go. Oh, is DT the real him? Yes, let me ask. Well, actually, I have gotten that he has doubles. Um, yeah. Look, there's at least three of Donald, okay? And if you look closely, you'll be able to tell the difference. There are at least three, maybe four. And there's more than one Bitey Spidey. And there's probably more than one Cammy too. There's probably more than one of everybody. Who are they really? Are they actors? Probably. Are they clones? Could be. I don't know. Do they have that technology? Maybe. Do they actually have cloning technology that elaborate? Is that really that is that good that they can actually come up with clones of people? Yeah, I guess they have been working on it for quite some time and they do actually have that. So, are any of the Donalds okay, let me ask. Am I a clone? Am I a clone? Send in the clones. Oh, now you're going to swing in a circle because I asked a silly question. No. And then it finally pointed to no. Is some people say that he actually was killed and he was a clone, and no, it no, it doesn't look that way. No, he is not. But are there clones for these people? These leaders? Yes. Hmm. But there are clones of them somewhere. Now it's swinging in a circle again. Waiting. It's really revved up. Weird. Okay. Yeah. Without souls? Yeah. The clones. Yeah. There are clones. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Lewis dream analysis. Really interesting. Yeah. I have had some very freaky dreams but I know I travel. I know I travel around. You probably do too. I think probably everybody in this group does. That's my guess. Is that right? We all travel in our dreams. We're actually traveling in our sleep. Yes. Seems to think we all do. Yes. Are there any exceptions to that? Anyone of this crew that didn't know? We all do. So that means you too, Lewis. Send in the clones. Yeah, there are clones of of these famous people. Are they the ones that we're seeing? Looks like sometimes. It's all over the place. I'm going to have to go with the cards and look into some of this more because it's going a little nuts. It's getting a little squirrely when I ask these clone questions. So there's something going on with that. It's not the way we think of it somehow. It's not how we think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just there's more going on than we think, because it's kind of saying yes, no, maybe, which means in some cases yes, in some cases no, and it's a mixed bag of answers there. So it can't give one definitive answer because there's just too many things going on. It's complicated, yeah. So, okay, no. What are you saying no to? I haven't even asked you anything yet. No. What? No. Okay, what was I going to ask you? I've forgotten what I was going to ask. Are you done for the night? Do you want to be done? Do you want to stop talking? Well, it's swinging. No, rephrase the question. Is there something you need us to know? No, it just keeps saying no, 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 no. Is somebody asking something? Is somebody out in the audience asking something in their heads? Yeah, it's saying, yeah, somebody out there, one of you was asking a question, and whatever the question was in your head, the answer is no. Hello, Amber's Para World. How are you doing? Yeah. Well, we need to ask cards more about this. We want to find out anything about this. So let's see. I'm going to take my brand new deck and have one card and see if it speaks to me. I haven't learned this deck very well, but I'm going to just see if one card wants to talk to me. I'm trying to learn it. We'll just see. Maybe it'll just talk to me. I haven't really learned this deck, but maybe it'll talk. So, what can you tell me in a few words about cloning? About clones, about these clones of famous people? Can you say anything? Can you give me an idea of what's going on? Ah, Two of Swords. This is a lot about balance, decisions. Yeah. And staying still. Um, you're staying still, weighing options. This is mental because it's swords. Interesting. Interesting card. Let's see if we can get a spread. How about if we do something simple? Because I'm not sure Okay, I'll try it. What the heck? I'll do 3 cards. Past, present, future. And see if the cards will just talk to me. The Emperor. Oh, that is a card of worldly power. Yeah, most definitely. The worldly powers were using that technology. The High Priestess, and these are major arcana cards too. The High Priestess is saying right now that there's a big change. There are some big changes going through. And the goddesses is stepping into this discussion, and is going. Things are going to be changing, and the Tower in the future. Okay, what has been going on will not continue to go on. Tower is a shakeup. So, is this positive for us? Yes, this is a positive thing. The Queen of Wands is a minor arcana, but she's actually leading a good life. You know, yes, this will be beneficial for us. And actually, I'm glad to hear about it. And it won't be it will cease to be a threat. Let's put it that way. It's going to cease to be a threat. It's actually going to turn into something sort of mundane and good and beneficial. So I don't know how in the heck that happens, but there will be a shakeup, and the powers that have been trying to wield it unfairly and in a bad way it will be dealt with. So that's what I'm getting from this. So we don't have to worry about that. So that was the Emperor, the High Priestess, and the Tower. Tower is big changes. How about the AI technology? How's that going to turn? Can you tell something about the AI? Are we going to be there? The Tower is coming up again. Here comes the Queen of Wands again, and she is joined by the Page of Swords. It's being overturned as well. What was going to happen there is being overturned as well. And the Page of Swords is something new comes in, and it's mental energy, right? So the Tower, this Tower thing is going to just blow everything, all of those plans to hell, back to hell. They're all getting blown back to hell. Okay. So we will not be having to deal with that. That will not be our fate. Will somebody have to deal with it? Possibly. Okay. Somebody just send me a message. Oh, maybe I'm a high priestess. In a way, I guess I am. That's the thing. The military, for some reason, let me see what y'all are saying. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. During the pendulum swinging, yeah. So, I'll get out the cards again if the cards are appropriate to, yeah. The military. I want to ask, are the dumbs cleaned out now? Are the dumbs mostly cleaned out? I've heard that they are. Yes, they're mostly cleaned out now. Are there any left that are not quite done? Yeah, there are a few left. There are a few that are not quite cleaned out yet. But for the most part, it's over. It's over. Yeah, that's over. Okay. And let's see. Will we be feeling will we be feeling the effects of that? That's not the right question exactly. I guess what I'm trying to get at, will we see that? Will we know about that? Yes, we will. Okay, so I don't know what else to ask. Uh, Humanity comes out better for what's going on, and we come out a lot better. So just, you know what? I'm hearing it again. Create the future. We're the creators. Create the future. Don't forget, you're divine. I say that every single show because you are. We are the creators. They've been using us to create all this crap. Now we have to create from what we want. I keep saying that because it's true. Don't let this stuff embed itself in your mind. Don't let all the dark stuff into your head to change all this for you. We've got a chance to really change it all. We've got a chance to make it just the way we want it. We've always wanted. Don't blow it, man, because it's all going to be about your perception. If you are in a lower vibration, you're going to see all the dark stuff because it can reach you. If you're in a higher vibration, you're going to see the good stuff because it can reach you. So put yourself in the way of the good stuff. That's that's my final word on that. Okay? You're going to head to bed too? Good night, Pam. Yeah, I'm about to shut her down unless somebody has to. Well, I can keep it going like another 10 minutes or something if somebody has something they want to ask. Blue Meanies, yeah, from the Beatles days. Yes. Have a wonderful sleep. Yes. Yes. Come visit Cowboy, maybe. Don't do it while I'm naked. Okay, your eyes are closing, Marilena. Okay, I understand. I'm winding it down. I've been on nearly 2 hours. So, have a good sleep, sister. We'll see each other. Won't be that much longer now. Yes, we'll chat later. Okay, and I think it's probably a good time to close it down anyway. 2 hours is a good long time. And we had fun talking to each other again like the old days, most of us being here. And I really appreciate you coming once again. The truth is where you find it. It could be anywhere. They say truth is out there. Some people say truth is in here, in here. Truth is everywhere. We just have to be able to see it right in front of us. So, good night or good day. Have wonderful dreams. Visit the ships when you can. Yeah, I think you'll like it. I think you'll find them very roomy and spacious. And uh, oh yeah, I did say that, Marilyn. I said, Gemini, can I? Yeah. Marilyn is on WhatsApp, by the way. You can get her on WhatsApp by her phone number. So, oh, you watched that in free school for like a week, this Yellow Submarine? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So, I love you. I'm going I'm going to say good night or good morning I'm going to remind you once again, you're divine. You're divine. You're a creator. You are a creator. Create wisely and well. And thank you so much. I love you so much. You don't even know how much you really do for me. It really does for me to know that you are there, just to know that you are there. It really warms my heart that I'm not alone trying to do this. You know, there are other people too. Okay. Take care. And Cowboy says goodnight. There he goes.